Hey everyone, Tony from Hearns here. Part 2 of the B6.4 Collector's Edition, the clear buggy kit. We had a bit of a go on it, I think it was yesterday or the day before, can't remember. It's a tedious build, all this tapping the holes before we thread it in, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. It'll be something very, very different, and you will be able to see it on display at our sister store, the Hobby Man, sometime soon. I'll put the box aside and let's get going. This is as far as we got last time. The steering, the bell cranks, front bulkhead and the side rails are all on. It's pretty cool how you can see through here. And you can see the screw going up. That's why you've got to be very careful to put the right size screw in. This is an M3 by 8. If you put an M3 by 10 in there, it's gonna smash through the top. Very, very careful to make sure you get these done right. Okay. Let's get this show on the road. This is actually a printed out version of the factory manual. The one that was included in the box is somewhere at my house. I took it home in order to sort of bone up on this, so I knew a bit before I started to build, and it's now lost. Won't ever see that again. So, the next part, we're putting the servo in. I'm actually not going to put a servo in this, because it's just going to be a display car. We might see if we can find a servo somewhere that's an old broken one that we can put in or something. But there's certainly no need for one. So we've got the servo mount, the brace. Are they clear? I'm not sure. Have a look at the parts here. There's the main brace. Yeah. Ooh, no, gee, I think I might have to. I might have to at least put the mount on because they're blue alloy. These parts are blue alloy. Oh, yeah. I think that's turned the tide in favour of at least putting the mount on. Pull these out. And nice. I assume they're factory team parts. Not sure. You get that, and now there it is. Just going to check where this all goes. And these are a M3 by 6 button head screw. One. Should have organised these beforehand. Yep, that's good. Says thread lock, not going to bother. This car's never going to be run. Wonder if anyone has tried to run them. I suppose someone must have. Very risky procedure though, given that there are no spare parts available. So you want to be pretty confident of your abilities. Actually, I don't think it'll really matter, even if you're confident. Just a slight amount of stress on these, I'm pretty sure will break them. Alright, we don't need to worry about the servo. M3x10. It's got the roll bar. I'll move that back. It's got the roll bar going in now. I'm going to mount the servo now. Then I'll put the roll bar in. It's nice to have something that's machined going into alloy. I don't have to tap that screw. Just nip that up. No, normally you put thread lock on that, obviously, because it's a metal to metal joint, but not all that important in this instance. Next up is the anti-roll bar, which says bag 2, but I've got bag 2 here and there's no anti-roll bar in it. Rather than spend ages looking for the anti-roll bar, I'm just going to go on ahead, and when I find that later I'll install it then. Move on to the top plate. Well, it's more a top bulkhead. Again, being super careful with cutting the plastic parts or cutting the sprue away. You probably can hear the ambulance outside or fire truck or whatever it is, because we're in the middle of Melbourne and it's busy around here. Now this, that's nice. Okay, we'll just check the fitment of this. It goes like that. Hope you can see, yep. Now, this is an M3x14 button head, which I'm thinking might be these. There's one, just got to look for the next one. Okay, that's the right one. Now this, yeah, it fits through there okay, and then it screws into the bottom section. So, for the first time in today's part of the build, it's time to tap the thread. I'll tell you now, after doing these in part one, my wrist had pretty much had enough. Not sure how far that goes. I think that might be far enough. Ooh, a bit tight. I'll use my patented technique of just backing that off. Now we move to the other side. I should probably get our video editor to fast forward these bits where I'm doing this, because there's an awful lot of them and you're probably all sick of watching it, and then I'm trying to think of things to say when in fact there's not much to say. Now that is for the rearmost fixing points. I'm looking at this bulkhead, there's a set of front ones too, and I'm thinking that they are probably going to screw into here. I'll just fit that on. These are the points, yes they will. So I'll do these at the same time. You're sort of thinking one step ahead of yourself all the time here. This is, your wrist always gets sore after building a kit anyway because of the amount of screwing in that you're doing. But on this kit it's doubled because you're cutting the thread as well. Okay, and now one more. Again, I'm looking forward in the instructions here, seeing if there's anything else that might need to be done at this stage. And there is 2 set screws that have to go in as well. I'm not quite sure where they go. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, that's done. I think the set screws go here and here. I think that'll hold they may be able to hold the roll bar in. I'm going to leave them out for the moment. Let's put these in. It is kind of cool looking at this, the way you can see through and see the screw threads. It's really good. I get why some people say, oh, but you know, I'm not interested in it, you can't race it. Yeah, but it's the sort of thing you can stick on your shelf at home, and non-RC people will come up to it and go, oh wow, how cool is that? I can see inside, and they'll be picking it up and having a look. You can see here, see all the screws that are through there. It looks great. I like it. Now the front hinge pin brace, which is this little sucker. Not sure how that's held in. Aha. Let's just put that there. I've got the front arms now. Now, I could be talking crap here, but these actually, there's no flex in them whatsoever. They're super stiff, and I suspect they are very, very brittle. I don't know, just the sound, it's such a different sound to the normal moulded arms. Just check the fit on these. There we go. These are the trendy gull wing arms. Just gonna sneak ahead here. Front hinge pins. Ooh. These are indeed tight. I was hoping they'd be a slightly looser fit because I don't want to have to remount everything. Okay, I'll just, there we go. Just need this one in a little more. This is unusual technique I'm using here. That'll work. Now, and I've just realised now that the front hinge pin brace actually goes in here. So I've gone to all the trouble of pushing these in, and now I'm going to have to pull them out. Let's hope. Oh dear. I think I'll just push them out from above. That'll teach me to not, in that instance I didn't look far enough ahead, so I made a blue. That's okay. I'll use the excuse that I've never built a 6.4. That one's out. And that one's out. Now let's do that again and get it right this time. Put the brace in. Then the hinge pin. Okay. Front bumper, which I think again is a clear part. It fits nicely on there. There's a M3x16. This is a big one, and it's countersunk. That'll be that, and that. Now, I haven't tapped that hole yet. Oh. Yeah, or have I? Did I do that earlier? I did. This is going in nice and easily, so I must have done that in episode 1. I was one step ahead of myself. When we film these, sometimes they're the next day, sometimes they're the same day, or sometimes they're weeks apart. As it happens, this was actually only 1 day apart. But I still forgot that I'd pre-tapped that one. Now that is not... That's better. Whoa. I'm going to disappear from view while I pick that up. Don't go away. The important thing is I was able to find it again. That's my fear. Dead air. While you're all sitting there waiting for me to find something that's fallen on the ground. Oh, you can hear that sound. It really worries me. Okay. Front shock tower is next. It's actually carbon, which actually is the same as the normal kit. But I quite like it. It's a nice contrast against the clear polycarb. Now we've got 2, 3, 4 holes we need to tap here. One. I wonder how many people are actually going to start off doing this, doing the tapping the same way that I'm doing, and get 1 or 2 pages in and then just go, nah, I ain't doing that. I can't say I blame you. It really is tedious and annoying, but I think it's the only way to get a quality build out of this. And if you need a 3mm tap, you can probably get one off Amazon or somewhere like that, or even Bunnings, maybe, I don't know. The one I'm using is an Aromax one. Which we have here at Hearns. There's a couple of varieties. There's the one I'm using, which has got, hang on, I'll just pull this out. This one's got the tapping thread all the way along. There's also another variation one where it's got a bare shaft and then the tapping thread at the end. I'm not sure what you'd use that for, but they're both available. And because they're Aromax tools, they're pretty good, and it'll probably last you forever. They cost a bit, but well worth it, I think. One last one. After doing this kit, the build videos on this, I suspect my own RC10 Classic Edition clear one, which is sitting at home in my garage, may not get built for a while. Plus, I'd need to find the taps, and they'd all be Imperial, the old school way, and Aeromax don't make them, so I'm going to need to find them somewhere else, because that's my car. It's going to go on display at my house, and I want it to be perfect. Then there's a question when I'm done it, and the same with this, do you paint the body shell or do you leave it clear? Not sure. That fits there nicely. Let's shock bushing. Okay. M3x20s. Actually, I think I'll fix the shock tower on first and then do the other bits that bolt onto it. Front wing mount, we've got that somewhere. Here it is. Now, not quite sure how that goes. Like that into the upper section. So we'll use those. It's M3x14s on the top and M3x10 underneath. We'll do the underneath ones first. Now the problem with using the printed out instructions that I've got here is that it didn't have a lot of toner in it, and I can't see all that clearly. I need to go and have a look tonight, see if I can find the actual proper printed manual at home. I remember looking at it like 2 days ago and go, oh yeah, I'll need that soon. I need to build that kit, and it didn't happen. Ooh, this one just a little tight. Okay, now we need this. There's the M3x14s. We'll screw these in. And it's now getting to the point where my right hand's had enough. So I'll swap. Yep, that's good. Now up the top. M3 by 20s. Go through here. Just spin that on. Again, this would be a thread lock operation normally, but not necessary on this kit. That gets held on there. That's to protect it. I'll just nip up. Associated kit, to me a box wrench. How many of these have you got? I feel like I've got hundreds, but whenever I go to look for one, I can't find one. This little sucker fits in there. Let's get our JP. There we go, that's got that there. Now, this goes on, and that's just a small one, isn't it? Yeah, M2.5 by 6. That could be in this bag that I haven't opened yet. One, two, that's these little buggers. We'll need a 1.5mm wrench to do this. And yay, another thread that I don't have to tap first. Let's just do that up. Okay. I'll put that up there so you can see. How cool does this look? It's just so strange. We're so used to seeing everything black, and to be able to see through it all is just cool. Right, that's got that done. We now need to go to bag 3, which normally I would have got out ahead of time, but I forgot. Luckily, it's just here. It's been a bit chaotic here today. We've had big orders come in, and I've had to spend most of the morning unpacking Yokomo parts and putting them on the shelf, which is fine because then you good people can buy them. I will admit, I looked at a few myself. I'll have one of those. I'll have one of those. I would have thought 2 would do the job adequately. Maybe it's different length arms for different Ackerman. I don't actually know. Oh well. I'm sure someone's yelling at me now over this. You idiot. It's for... Yeah, well, I don't know. I'll just cut a couple off and if I've done the wrong thing, I'll find out soon enough. I know all the associated nerds will be well on top of this, but that's not me. Around about the time that I'm actually doing this, the RC10T had just been released, and that was a couple of days ago, I think Friday. Yeah, and now, and I thought, oh, I'll come into work the next day, I'll be able to have a look at an RC10T. Nope, all gone. One day, all gone. At least I don't have the decision to make, do I need an RC10T in my life or not? Because the option wasn't there. If I read ahead, there are 2 sets of steering blocks included with your kit, a 3mm and a 4mm. It says the 4mm blocks are used for the kit setup. Now, I can't see what I've got here. Whatever, they both came off the same side. They're both the same length, so that'll do. 5/10. Use the JPRC pliers to do all this. I need to get myself a pair of these. These are good. Awesome. Now, we're going to need the front axles. Let's just make sure I've got this right. Yes, this goes through there. And there's an M3x6 screw that holds them all on. That would be this one. This is the same front axle setup as the Yokomo SO that I just finished building. Very simple, no need to reinvent the wheel on these. Okay. This is set there. If you look closely at it, I won't show it to the camera because it's just too small. They've got right and left on each of them, so you know which is which. So we want the ball stud. Now they're all in this little pack here. Got quite a collection of hardware over here on the side. The ball studs, they're 6mm and 8mm. I want the 6. Now, we'll need to be tapping this for sure. Or do we? No. Because we've got little carbon arms to put on. all the rage, this, isn't it? They all the manufacturers do it. They make the steering block and then there's a little carbon arm that goes in. Now, I can't actually tell from the drawing here, because the printing is so bad, which way this goes on. It's a little bit confusing. No, we've got well, don't think that's it. There's a couple of ways I can put this on. Yeah, that goes like that. But I want to know how this is held onto there. I'd rather do that first before I put the ball stud on. Okay. An M3x6 and an M3x8, but we need to tap this first. So we'll do these two. Push it all the way through. The other one. Sorry, I keep forgetting and I'm pulling this back to where I would normally work on it, whereas in fact I need to push it over here so you can see what I'm doing. Although seeing me tap screws holes is not exciting anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, there are two different sizes, an M3x6 and an M3x8. And these are button head screws. There's a 6, there's an 8. The 8 goes to the rear. And the 6 goes to the front. Oh. Okay, now I'll put the ball stud in. A trusty Tamiya box wrench. Okay, that's one steering arm done. Let's tap these ones. Didn't feel right. Okay, that one's through. And now on the front. I wonder how many people are going to hit fast forward on YouTube all the time. Just leave it running at like 2 times normal speed. Actually, I wonder how many of you are actually going to buy this kit. Not too many, maybe. I'm not sure how many there are around. I don't know how much they are. As I've said before, it's got very limited appeal. I think it could appeal to scale modelers as well, because there's a cool aspect to it that they could enjoy. 2x6 by 8. Are you like me that you can pick the screw links just looking at them? I've done so many kits over the years, and you just look at it and you go, oh yeah, that's a 14, oh yeah, that's an 8. I don't know how many hundreds of kits I've built. It's been a lot. I've been doing this since 85, I think. Yeah, I think that was it. My first kit, which was a hot shot, like so many people. And now I've built so many, building a lot more now that I'm here at Hearns, because I'm doing them live for you people. It's harder than you think. Trying to think of stuff to say while I'm doing this, because it's not always interesting for you to look at. That said, it's probably more interesting to look at than it is listening to me talk about it. Screw that one on. There we go. So, I've got the front steering blocks. They're going to go into the C hubs. I'm going to leave that for next time. So we've got a bit further today. We've got a lot more of the front end done. It looks cool. So in the meantime, stay tuned for the next one. Not sure how long that'll be. Probably another week or so. I'm not even sure when you'll see this one. In the meantime, I'm Tony from Hearns. See you next time.